Good evening. Welcome back to GEG Delhi NCR sessions. We are again back with you all, bringing you something new, something interesting, learning together with all of you. It's really exciting. We have had a bit of a lull in November month. We couldn't bring any session to you. Everybody was busy with one thing or other. And of course, there were festivals to celebrate. So I hope you've also had a good time celebrating Diwali with your family and also been busy, getting back into the groove. And also with winters here in Delhi, I guess you're all looking forward to another celebration coming at the end of December with the Christmas coming near, and of course the winter holidays as well. So hope everything has been fine with all of you and you are ready to join us for one more exciting learning session. Today's session is definitely very special because, as you know, we've been trying to get you the best that we meet in the edtech world. And because now we have a very close connection with GEG APAC region, so we have a whole lot of leaders that we meet at regular basis. So definitely it was our pleasure to look for another person who has been contributing so much to the Google Workspace. We do have along with us Sanchita joining us, our co-leader, and my session is never complete till I have my guest and our co-leader here. So Dr. Bhasha is here with us from GEG Malaysia. Dr. Bhasha, welcome to this GEG Delhi NCR session. Sanchita is here as our co-leader, always ready to jump in and lead the sessions as well. She's been having a bit of tech issues, so we'll just check if our audio is working fine. So Sanchita, go ahead, give it a try and say hi to everyone before we give a
Yeah, I hope you
complete
can hear me well.
introduction.
I'm still on the patchy side.
Yeah, we could hear you well. So perfectly fine from
All
our
right, I
end.
think I'm still having trouble. But the last thing I heard was Sangeeta ma'am asking me to talk about who we are and what we do. There's some
Go
feedback.
ahead.
All right, so hello everyone. I'm Sanchita, co-lead of and share captain of GG Delhi NCR. So I'm just going to plow through. Um, and I'm so excited that we have Dr. Bahasha here. He is amazing. We've been interacting with him on our various GG meets, and when he puts up these, uh, quick demo slams for us, I am always, in awe of his amazing. Talent when it comes to sheets. And we hope that today's audience will also be able to gain a lot from Dr. Bhasha's knowledge. As you know, GGs means Google. Okay, now I'm all because I
Educator.
can't hear anything. I've got nothing coming to me. I still don't know
All
whether I'm
right.
still online.
You are online. You're good to
But
go.
anyway, GG stand for Google Educator Groups. And we have chapters all across the world. India has quite a few now. I think we're nearing 30, if I'm not mistaken. So these are amazing communities of educators, some who are tech specialists, some who are tech beginners, but everyone has one thing in common, and that is, a true passion for infusing our day-to-day teaching in our classrooms with the technology, and giving our students the best learning experience that we can put together for them. And since I'm still kind of all in a very confused space right now, I'm going to hand over right back to Sangeeta ma'am to get the session started.
Right. Thank you, Sanchita. I know you've been having tech issues, but you've filled in very, very beautifully. And Dr. Basha, let me welcome you now formally. It's really a pleasure, as Sanchita said. We have seen your demo slams. You just did Innovator Spark Camp as well. And we saw how brilliantly you shared so much on Google Sheets. But before we give you the stage, let me share with our viewers that Dr. Bahsharudin is GG Paya Rumput, Malaysia's leader. He's just, briefly said that he's not a teacher. He's a person who's just passionate about learning and also sharing. So that is wonderful. But in his journey, considering the latest certification that he has got is of the Google Certified Innovator, which is Virtual Innovator Academy 22, we just concluded. So, congratulations to you for getting that certification. At the same time, Dr. Baja is also Google Certified Trainer, Microsoft Innovator Educator, and of course, GCE Level 1 and 2. But along with that, I'm also a little curious to know, Dr. Bhasha, you are also Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. Is that true?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
So, what is the connect now between education technology and this doctorate of yours?
Due to the COVID-19 outbreaks before this, so the landscape of learning have changed completely. So we are learning hybrid, either we learn physically and virtually. So learning does not restrict it in school, but also in university as well. So I'm
Hmm.
sometimes giving a speech and talk to veterinary students, whereby we love to hear and learn from the school, like teachers, great teachers like you all also. So from that, we try to imply um, instructional technology, whereby you use the technology inside the classroom. You see, for example, like Google Forms or whatsoever. So this is why this is my passion towards technology, and I really love about Google's, and I love about meeting leaders like both of you.
So
Madam.
nice. Wonderful. So inspiring this is. And I know you had planned a whole lot to share today. So we are
Yeah,
going to hand over the stage to you.
thank
Carry on and share some of those hidden gems of Google Sheets with us today. We are waiting to learn with you. And again, as many of the educators are scared of Google Sheets, they don't know, there's so much to do there, where to start, what to do, what are those shortcuts. We are waiting to learn with you. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Sangeeta, and so Madam Sanchita. Both of you, your names are almost similar. Okay, I would like to express a really a great pleasure, and I take the stage now, and I'm going to present it to everybody. Everyone here is online together with me. Okay, and before I start, I already give the link to the moderator, Madam Sangeeta, about my Google Slides. So we're going to follow
Yeah,
up from the Google Slides, and then the Google Docs is just in case you cannot write the chat there, you can write it later on inside the Google Docs. It can be editable for 24 hours. After that, I'll make it view early for viewing only, and then you can download it as your notes. This is what I'm doing it in my class, hybrid class as well. Right? Okay,
right.
so I'm going to share my screen. Is it okay? May I proceed?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen.
Right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I've put
Oh,
it up.
okay.
You're ready to go.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so today I have some catchy names here, the hidden gems of Google Sheets. I believe that whenever we talk about Google, when we talk about Google Sheets, so many people outside there will be thinking that, oh my God, it's going to be so difficult and there's so many formulas to remember, and they're really traumatized. Some of them really traumatized to learn about sheets. It's almost similar with Microsoft when we talk about Excel as well. So I'll trying to find the best way to deliver, to communicate with my students, whether there are school students or as and also the adult students. In that case, I try to find the easiest way for you to learn. I believe that you're going to love it so much. Before this, in 19th of November 2022, I presented in a boot camp of the Spark under the Google Innovator, but I only be given about 20 minutes. It's going to be so short of time. But today I have 55 minutes together with all of you. If you have any questions, what you're going to do, that you can write in the chat, or you can write it down in the Google Docs link that I'll be given to all of you in this presentations. All right. So we get, and another things, and you don't have to worry. From time to time, I'm going to add some of the information and material inside this Google slide. You can make a copy and download it into your computer, as well. Then you can try to do it all the tasks that be given to all of you. Let's proceed. So this is my poster. Thank you so much to GEG Delhi NCR, Madam Sangeeta and Sanchita for inviting me today. It's really a great pleasure to be online together with both two great leaders like both of them. And I would like to share together with all of you viewers who are online together with us today. So things to ponder. The most challenging part in Google Sheets by educators is to memorize the things. You don't have to memorize. Like say, for example, that Madam Sangeeta, she's a great mathematics teacher. She tried to find the best way how she can teach her students. So it is similar things about Google Sheet as well. You don't have to memorize so many things. I'm going to make it so easy for you. You don't have to remember. Just a simple one words, it can settle most of your problems. So let's together how to make your life easier with the tips and tricks in the hidden gems of Google Sheets. So, and another thing, inside Google Sheets, I'm going to talk about the array formula later. What is array formula? It's a formula that can perform multiple calculations. Of course, you're going to see a lot of formulas with complex formulas, but we're going to make it simple as soon as possible as we can. So, the array formulas can return either multiple result or single result only in one click. So how we're going to do that? So I'm going to give to all of you, I want to share some Google Sheets templates. We're going to do it together. If you are together with me right now, it's be much more visible if you have second screen, whereby you can see me. At the same time, you can do the task or the exercise together with me, hands on. All right, from 0 to hero. So it might be easier. So we want to learn the first thing about the curly bracket. I'm going to show you later. Then after that, we're going to talk about the task here given. This is all these notes you can download in and can use this later on. But I'm going to do it from the scratch. Okay. After that, we want to make a copy of sheets, and then we want to learn about how to fit the image inside the Google Sheet as well. So the task 3 and 4, I'm going to talk about the name range. A name range is one or more cells that have been given a name. Then we're going to make it giving a unique name for this range. We don't have to put so many things, formulas inside, that we just give this range a name, a unique name later. And then what is the range all about? Is because you're going to identify and then to give a broad range of a range from certain areas whereby the formula will be fit in. Okay, all these notes you can read it later on. So I'm going to do it together with all of you. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to share you my my Google Sheets templates together with all of you. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so just sorry for the interruptions. Let me share my screen with the first Google Sheet. So I'm going to put at the chat there, whereby you can use this together with me. Okay, this is my. Okay, I'm going to copy here and put it in the chat. Put it here. So I hope the moderator can help me share with both of them there. All right. Okay, so we're going to use this template together. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, right. So you can see clearly here, just let go to the first sheet that we have here. The sheet that name database here. All right. This is for example that let's say you have a data, no matter whatever data you have, and then we're gonna do it slowly, bit by bit. This is for example only. Yeah, we have the timestamp here. We have the name, we have the class name, we have the staff ID or the student ID, and then I put here red color because I show you how that I make these numbers automatically. And then another thing is here is how that I put all these formulas. If you see these formulas, like staff, array formula, sequence, count A, OB2, you don't have to remember it actually. It's going to be very, very easy. So I'm going to make the things easier for you. This is for the sheet number 1. I'm going to explain it later, okay? So this is database 2, whereby I'm going to copy all here. And then in task 1 here, we want to do the first task that we do about the curly brackets. So if you are in my Google Slides, you can see that the first task we're going to do about the curly brackets here. So what is all about the curly brackets here? Okay, so let's say you are, so I just put here database studio because I want to copy the database from here to these sheets. Okay, so we're going to do very, very slowly. So we just put the curly bracket here, 2 curly bracket here. Okay, you can see the curly bracket here. Okay, right? In Excel or in Google Sheet, you must use the equal sign. This is the main importance in Google Sheet. This is how they start with the formula. So you just put the equal signs over there. Then you click at the database 1, right? Then you just highlight. You just put highlight from F here to here, and then just bring it down. Okay. If you can see here, the equal sign, database 1, and then they got the parentheses here, and then A1, double dots there, the F13. You just remove the number 1 there, and then just remove any numbers behind. Right? Just press enter. Okay. Sorry. Put it together again. Just put equal sign, then put the curly bracket. So curly bracket. Okay, go back to database 1. Then you just highlight from F here to here. You just enter first. Okay, then you just put another curly bracket behind here. Right, you just enter. All right. So if you put back your cursor at the cell A1 here, so you see that the data that been copied from A1 to F12 only, right? So let's say, for example, I want to copy everything here from this Google Sheet, from A1 until the end of this line or rows until F, what's this, F141, for example. So it's very easy. You just remove the number here, all right? Just remove the 1 number there and then just remove the number 12 here. You press enter. You see, so all the things been copied from this sheets to another sheets. This is another way of educators or teachers like all of you. You don't want to make any mistake or by modifying from the original data. Maybe this data coming from, it might came from the Google form itself, but you want to make a copy of it. This is another things or ways that you can do. So when you put this curly bracket, meaning that you try to pull out this data from the database sheets here to another sheets. Okay, you just remove the numbers only. This is the beauty about the Google Sheets, and everything is online. All right. So let's say, for example, you can't see the name here because it's been hidden. Very simple. You just click at the side here, and then you just click anything here twice. So you accommodate all the names, okay, equally inside the column. Okay, let's say the name is too long here. Maybe I just remove this name. Just delete this row. Let's place another row here, just to make it a little bit easier for you to see. Okay, you see, you can't delete it, right? You can't delete. Why you can't delete it? Because the formula comes from this A1, from this A to F. If you try to delete here, also cannot. See the name Sangeeta Gulati, you try to remove it, you can't remove it. If you want to remove it, you must remove it from the source, the original source. You come back, say, let's say, for example, that number 4 here. Madam Sangeeta, she's here. Says here, right? So let's say you remove her name here, let's say you delete this row. So what's happening right now in the database 2 here, whereby you do your task, you see the name Sangeeta have been disappear. So let's say I want it back. How should I do? So you just Control Z to undo. Okay, you Control Z, you undo it, and you go back to database 2, you see the name will be reappear again. This is the first things that you have to understand, the beauty of Google Sheets. Even though you have been deleted accidentally, you still can get it back. All right, that's the first thing about the curly bracket. So let's go back to our Google Sheet just now, Google Slide, sorry. Google Slide just now. So you want to learn about curly bracket and want to look about name range. So what is all about the name range? Okay, task 1 is the curly bracket. Similar, so let's see. Sheet number 1, sheet number 2. So let's see, database 2 and sheet number 3 is a task 1 curly bracket. I've done the same thing also, right? See, from database 1, I want to copy from A to G, meaning that here I copy from A to G. G is empty here, right? Let's say for G1, I want to put something. Let's say I put sport here. Sports or games, right? Games. Let's say I put here football, for example. Let's see what happens. Football, and then we go back here, the sheet number 3 here, we got database 1, database 2, and task 1 here, the sheet 3. So you can see here, the things will be appear here automatically without doing anything, because the formula come from this A1. So how easy it is. Can you delete or not here? See, you can't delete it. This is another beauty thing, because you can be accidentally deleted it, right? See, if you try to type something here, everything will be disappeared, and you can see the error here, because this page or this cell F4 has been typed there. All right, this is the reason why. So let's say we remove this back again, this two again, then the thing will reappear again. Okay, so the first lesson we learned today, how beauty is the curly brackets. Very powerful when you copy all the thing is. Let's say, for example, you just copy and paste. Let's say, for example, that will happen. Let's say, we have database 1, database 2, and I try to put another one, database 3. See, I rename here database 3, right? Database 3. Okay, so in database 1, let's say I copy just a few things here. I copy here until here, until number row 10. I make a copy. I put D here, and then I paste here. So if you copy and paste, okay, you just ignore the things down here, because I'm sure if you copy and paste, let's say for example that you delete this, it can be deleted. It has been deleted because you just copy and paste. But if you use the formula, the curly bracket just now, it just is array actually. Just copy all the data there, but you cannot remove anything, as long as you don't remove the formula array or curly bracket as the cells A1. See, this one can be removable, if removable. Okay, so if you how to undo, Control Z, press Control, press Z, then everything will come back to original position. So nampak, see, the things disappear again. If you want to redo, you press Control Y. See, this is Control Y. You might be wondering why the numbers over here appear. Okay, I'm going to show you how did I do that. You come back to database 1 here. Okay. At the top here, there's nothing there, just a timestamp, name, class, staff, and the word sequence over here. So what does it mean, the word sequence up here? So actually, sometimes you want to put a number, you want to do the listing or numbering, how many students that you've been already enter or attend your classes. So what you can do, okay, let's say for example, I go to database 1, I copy this to 10 students here, until number 10. Okay, let's see until here. Sorry, from here until number 10. Okay, then I copy, I go to database 3, we can do it together. If you are together with me right now, maybe you can do another sheets, the empty sheets, and do it together. Okay, and then I'm going to delete here. I'm going to delete everything here. Okay, I remove this column. Okay, I'm going to put here, I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so here is staff ID, and then you can see here, this is a word sequence 140 here. Okay, meaning that actually if I delete this, the thing will disappear, right? Let's say you want to know, you already know that you have 10 students. Let's say you want to open it, make it bigger, you just click twice here. Okay, go to the end. You can see this arrow. You click twice. All right. Okay, this name so a bit longer, then we remove a bit. Just put Nick Faiz. Okay, all right. So you put here, you press equal, you put sequence. Right? Then put another bracket here. Sequence. Let's say, for example, you know it's 10, then press 10 here, then you enter. Sorry, the word sequence, C-U-E. Oh, sequence. Okay, the word sequence there. Right? You put 10. So it comes 1 to 10. If you put 20, then you give you the number listing from 1 to 20. You see? Something like that. Okay. But sometimes you don't have the name of the student in this column. So it makes the things not really neat. So you want to ensure that only the names appear and the number also appear here. So how are we going to do that? Okay, let's say for example, this one, I bring it back to sequence 10. Then I put a bracket here because it's sequence 140. That's why they give you until 140 down here. Okay, you see 140? Okay. Now I make it more neat. I put it sequence 10 here. Right? Same thing also. See, come back to 10 here. So how do I want to make it if I put the name here, let's say for example, I put Madam Sanchita. Right? We have Sanchita, for example, okay? You see the number, just put the number clear class here. See this number appear automatically. Okay? See the number appear automatically. So how does the number appear automatically? Because of the formula up here. See this formula? Staff, array formula, sequence count, B2, B as well. Okay. So the reason why I put this formula over there, later on, we're gonna learn two important key points here. One is name range, another one is the name functions. So we're going to use name functions is later on, whereby we no need to remember this complex formula of Google Sheets. Okay, so now we want to, I want to show you something that's more interesting here. So this is later on, I will come back here about these name functions. But today we have learned already about the sequence number here. So how did I mean it 1 to 10 or 1 to 11 here? Because the formula here, in place of D2 here, I put sequence 10. But you have 11 students here. So you just change it to 11. But this is not automatically because you only put the number 1 until 11. But what just in case that you have another student here named Susan, for example. So when I put Susan, automatically you see the cell F13 here, the number just already appear over there. You see? So because of this array formula up here, this curly bracket, until we close the curly bracket is array formula, this make the numbers appear automatically down here, but not here because the sequence number only until 11, unless you change it to 12. So it won't not going to do it automatically for you. Let's say, for example, that you have a Google Forms, you have so many numbers of students attending your class, and you want the listing of numbers, how many of them attend your class. It's going to be very much difficult for you, right? So we want to do it like this. Okay, but I will come back that later on. In the task 2, if you sheet number 5 here, something crossed my mind today when I found out that sometimes we as educators or teachers, we want to find some picture, I want to paste it inside the Google Sheet by itself, all right? This is actually some additional bonus point here because it's something crossed my mind today. I really want to share together with you all that I want to put pictures of my students, and after that I want to create a QR code inside here. So how am I supposed to do that? Because if you just copy paste, the thing can be overflow. Let's say for example, we have another sheets. I want to find some photos of Cikgu Madam Sangeeta. You see the Madam Sangeeta here? Okay, so how did I manage to do that? Because I'm not advisable for you to copy paste her picture over there because her picture going to be so big and then you're going to be overflow to my picture down there. You see my photos over there? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to search the Google image of Madam Sangeeta. And then after that, we're going to paste here in column C2 or column C here. Okay, then we make it appear automatically in column B. So let's say, for example, now we do it together. Let's say we want to find somebody that some photos here. We're going to put here. Let's say we want to find, I don't know whether Madam Sanchita is available, her photo or not, but we're going to find it on the internet. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing it. I want to share the whole screen here so that you know all the steps, how I managed to do that. Right. Okay. Let me share screen. I want to share my window. Okay, where am I now? Where's my Google Sheets? Okay, here. All right. Okay. Right. It's here. Okay. Okay. Now you can see my screens over here. Let me move it a little bit here. Let's say I want to find something here. Let's say I want to find the image. You press the image here. Let's say I want to find Madam Sanchita. I don't know whether it's available or not. Let me just take a look. Oh, sorry. I think better we go for Sangeeta. Sangeeta Gulati. Okay. Sangeeta. Okay. So, I can find a beautiful photo of her here. Can see a photo here? Right. So normally what people will do, they try to copy this photo image and then they try to paste it over here. See, if you paste here, you see the photo going to be very big, right? It's going to be overflow to your Google Sheets. So I'm going to delete it again, Control Z. I don't want to put it this. I want to really occupy the photo inside here. So what you're going to do, you go back to the image that you want to find just now here. You just right click and then find the copy image address here. See here, copy image address. Just press here, come back here, then you paste it here. Okay. Oops, sorry. Come back here, copy image. See here. Okay. Let's see. The copy image address. Let's see, copy image address. Come back here, then sorry, paste here. Okay. Right. Okay. So then you go here, press equal, press image, and open here, bracket, and then click at these cells. Okay, the adjacent cells, then you press enter. You see, the photo will be really fit inside the column, all right, or inside the cells here. So the similar source here, whenever I want to find Madam Sangeeta photos, I put it here and then I put the formula image C2 here. See, image C2. Then you will pull out the data here and then the image became here. Similar my photos as well. And I have my click here, Cikgu MK. Also the same thing also, I find it on the internet, image there, then I just put the links over here, then I put the family image C5. Okay, that's all for the image there. So now we go to task 3. Do you have any questions? You can ask me in the Google Docs. Yeah, from Ms. Gaurav Patni in Google Sheet, how to link multiple sheet, not workbook, referring to any other Google Sheets. I will answer that later. Okay, so now I want to talk about the task or name range here. See, I ranged Apple here. Okay, so I just remove this first, right? Oh, remove. Okay, so let's say, for example, that I have a name list of names here, the name, and then I want it to what they call to identify which names that it's referring to. So I'm gonna make another sheet here. Okay, I'm gonna rename it exercise 3. Okay, right? So I want to make the thing simple before I extract the data from here. Okay, so I go to exercise 3. Let's say, for examples, that I have a name and I have put it here, name, then I have the marks here, marks. Okay, let's say I have a name of students. Let's say here, let's say you want this student from number 1 until number 5 lah. Okay, so the same thing also I'm going to do it here. So I put a curly bracket. Okay, we're going to learn it together. Don't forget the equal sign. So the name here, the curly bracket. Go back to the name there because you want it from Mickey Mouse here until Faiz. Okay, then you enter. Wait, hold on, that's okay. You put the curly bracket behind. Okay, don't forget. But why the error just now? Because the lack of the presence of, you can see the error here, because no curly bracket behind. When you start with curly bracket in front, they must have another curly bracket behind. So you put the curly bracket here. Okay, the name will be here. Let's say they got the marks here. Let's say we just put the mark, like for example, 78, 79. Okay, let's say I just make it an example only. Okay, let's say this is their marks, for example, and then you want to make it you want to make a sum of it. Normally what people do, people put the equal sign, sum, and put a bracket here, and then you're going to sum it here. Then you put enter. So you know that the sum is 738. Okay, look carefully here. Let's say I want to take this. I'm going to copy here. Value only, and because I want this formula. Okay, hold on. I put another. Okay, I put the trophy here. Okay, this formula, see I put the yellow things here. Okay, this formula indicates that equals sum B2 to B10, meaning that it tries to sum up 78, 79, 80, try to add up all this number to make it 738. See, the range is from 78 to 79. The 78 to 86 here. Okay, let's say for example, can I put it in a very simple way, whereby I don't have to put the B2 or B10? Yes, you can. So what you can do, you just highlight this, right? You can see on the top left here, this is the words B2 to B8, right? Okay, you rename this. Let's say for example, I want to put the names carrot, C-A-R-R-O-T, carrot. Okay, just enter. So meaning that you already identify and make this range from this 78 to 86 as carrot. So what will happen if I make the equal sum bracket, I put carrot. See the carrot there? When I put CA, the carrot, you just try accept, you press enter. See how beautiful it is? See, I don't have to remember that B2 double dots B10, but I just put some carrot, you see, it is equal to this range. Okay, similar things also. Let's say, for example, I just remove this column a bit, delete it. Okay, see, I remove this apostrophe there. So it's the same thing, right? But what happens if I copy this, then I put it over here? See why it becomes 0? Because now the formula have changed from E2 to E10. Because when you have the formula at the C2 here, when you refer to B2, B10, when you move it to another column, this thing will disappear. It will change to E2 to E10, referring to another adjacent column here. So, but what happens if I put sum bracket, I put carrot here? You see? And it won't change anything, you see? It's the same thing because it's referred to this range. But what happens if I have another student enter the class? It's one more row here. Let's say I go now to the name Kumar, for example. Okay, then maybe he got 90 here. Okay, this changed to 828. But you see this number all are not changing. You know why? Because they refer only to B10 only. You see, the range only to B10. So what happens if you have another student here at B11 here? So similar things here also, when you talk about the carrot here just now, when you sum it, sum carrot, so the carrot only refer to B2 until B11, B10 only, but not B11. So how you want to make changes here? It's very easy. Go to the format here. Sorry, go to data here. Sorry, go to data, go to the name range here. You can see the word carrot here. You see when you refer to exercise 3, B2 to B10, you press this pencil. Okay, change it from the B2 to B10 to B11. Because you know that Kumar is in B11. Then you press enter. Done. Okay, now see the numbers change. See, same, right? This number? Yes. Okay, so what you have learned in task 3 right now, that we already given the special unique names to the name range that we given, because in Google Sheets we have name range here. All these name ranges will refer to the particular cells to another cells. Let's say, for example, when exercise here B2 until B11, if I have another range, that is task 3 here, whereby I put the words apple, then they refer to A1 to E130. Let's say task 3. In task 3, I have EA1 to A3. So what will happen if I put apple there? Let's go here. What do we have in task 3 here? So they have the name range here. So I just remove the name range here. I removed it. Sorry. Okay. You have the name range here, the whole name of students, as well their class and their first name as well. So let's say, for example, I want to extract all this. How should I do that? So let's say, for example, so I already rename it. We go to task 3 here. You put your cursor at the top left here. See, he highlighted everything here, you know. Okay, but this apple thing is referred to task 3 name range A1 to D138, meaning that I already highlighted from A1 here until D138 here, D138 down here is the name range that I rename it. The unique name is apple here. Okay, I don't want to confuse you all. Let's say, for example, I put, let's say I remove this. I put here equal curly bracket. Okay, apple. See the word apple there? Okay, then you then put another curly bracket, you enter. So do you understand what I mean right now? You see, you copy the same thing also, but you want it automatically, whereby you don't have to highlight everything and then you want to paste this another column. You just put your equal sign apple. So today we have completed our first key point, that is name range. Okay, or name ranges here. It's refer to all the ranges, that the columns that you want it to be appear to another sheets or another column. Now we're going to go to another part they call name functions. So before I go to name function, if you can see in my, okay, you can see in my Google slide, I'm talking about import range. This is another beauty things that I want to share together with you before we jump to the name function here. Okay, so let's say we go another one. You see the task 4 here, task 4 import range. Okay, let's go it together here. Okay, you can see clearly here, this is the import range, meaning that I pull this data from another Google Sheets into these sheets. This is the answer Madam Gaurav Patni just now in Google Sheet, how to link multiple sheets to workbook referring to other Google Sheets. Yes, there's so many ways. There's so many ways we can do it. So I'm going to teach you step by step. Okay, you can see clearly here. Let's say I want to delete anything here. You see, it can't be deleted, you know. It can't be deleted. You can't delete. You cannot delete it. Press delete, so you cannot delete. But what will happen if I type something here? Let's say I type the name Guna Segaran. Enter. You see, the thing all appear, and then the word refer error here. Error, array result was not expanded because it will overwrite data in B9. In B9, I put the name Guna Segaran here. Let's say I remove the Guna Segaran name here, so that thing everything will come back again. Okay, let's go back. Let's see at this yellow column here. In the yellow column, you see the words, long formulas they put there, import range, https Google spreadsheet, and all this long database A1E. So what is this referring to? Actually, it refers to another Google Sheets. We bring the data here. So what I'm going to do it here, then I want to show you how they did it. But it's going to be very difficult, you see, because it's very long, right? So I got two things that I want to tell here. So actually, it's coming from another spreadsheet called Spreadsheet Spark here. If you click this over here, okay, you can see all the things that you saw just now is coming from here. Actually, this data is coming from here. Let's say the last name here is Lee. Let's see, what is the last name here? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Until number 38, Lee Jaisin. Let's say I put another number here. Let's say I put here Pink Panther. and I put here Donald Duck, for example. Okay, and I put the class name here, Neon. Right, and I put here, then I just make copy here, down here, and then I put here, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Okay, for example. Okay, let's say I put here Mickey Mouse. Let's see whether it appear or not on the sheet just now. So let's say we go down here. See the word Pink Panther. I put this yellow color. Appear here, right? Pink Panther, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse. So we're going to learn together how I import this range into this Google Sheet. This one might be answering Madam Kauraf. Okay, Patni. Okay, so we're going to start from 0. So we make another empty Google Sheet first. Add sheets, right? Where is that sheets? Okay, here. All right, so I'm going to put it here first. Sorry, put here. Okay, I want to rename it as exercise 2. Okay. As you remember just now, we have this data, right? So how do I copy this data automatically? So let's go up here. So if you are together with me right now, you go back to the DRB share that I gave you, then you go to the exercise 2 that I've been using, I've been created a few minutes ago. Okay, so I'm going to put the import. I want to import the data here from these sheets. You see these sheets, all these long sheets, right? So how I'm going to do it? So you put the equal sign. You just write here, import range. See the word import range down there? Just click it here. Okay, there will be automatically the bracket will be there. Right, now we're going to write the formula. Okay, we're going to learn from the difficult part first. After that, I'm going to simplify it right from the things that we learned in the earlier things. Okay, let's say for example here, so you have to put you have to go back to these sheets, you know. What important is the URL up here, the address bar here. Okay, just click and then you click one time the left side, then you right click on the right sides. Just make a copy first. So go back to your DRB share here. Okay, there's a bracket there, right? So you make a double parenthesis here on the middle part here. You just press Control. You just copy and paste saja lah. Right, copy and paste. Okay, see, if the thing is green in color, meaning that you are in the right track already. If it is black in color, that means you might miss some words or some numbers over here. Then you put another comma here. Then you put another double parenthesis here, because you have to refer to which sheets, because from here it's come from this copies part. They got so many sheets down here, right? So it must be referred to database 1 here. So you come back to here at the parenthesis here, in the middle part here, you put database 1. Okay, then you close this bracket, then press enter. Okay, let's see what's the wrong part here. Okay, now I'm doing. Okay, why is wrong here? Because when you talk about database 1 here, you must refer to which column from A1 until down here, right? Okay. This is why the always mistake made by the student. So what you're gonna do, after you put database 1 here, you put exclamation mark, then you put A colon A1 colon. So let's say for G. Is it G? Then you enter. Yes. So it copy from G, but G is empty. So you go back here, you only have until D only, right? Column D over here. So then this is the most scary part. So sometimes students, adult students or students in universities or in the school say, oh, so difficult. Why have to learn all these formulas so long one? Actually, it's going to be so easy. And then another things, let's say, for example, in the database 1, you change the name, you know. Let's say change to rename to database 2. See what happened. Okay. And when you go back here, see the thing disappear, it become error here because the name database 1 still here, but it couldn't find it, right? So how we want to settle this problem? See database 1, we change back to rename to database 1 again. Okay, so when you rename it, then you will see it will come back as database 1 A to G, and you refresh again. You refresh here again, it should come up again. Okay. So sometimes when we as educators, we face a problem when our data going to be appear error in it. So I'm going to help you. When we learned earlier, when we talk about the unique name, remember the name range there? You want to do it the same thing also here. Okay, let's say for example, we go back to exercise. To see, you're coming back again. So no more error, right? So how do I want to make sure that the things won't happen again? Yes. So we're going to do the same thing also. Instead of putting the database here, I want to put the unique name. Just now we put apple, right? Or you put grapes or orange or whatsoever. So you want to do it together. So you have to identify the name. Let's say, for example, you go back to here. Let's say then you put your cursor on the top left up here, and then you want to highlight, let's say, for everything from A1 until D down here. So you want to name it. Okay, you highlight first. Highlight this until D. Until this until at the end here. Okay, let's say you go down until here until D141. Okay, see until D141. Okay, I just remove here D141, right? Okay, so you are referring to until D141. Example, I highlight again to make it easier for you. Okay, right. So yeah. Okay, until up here. Okay, here. Okay, see D141. The same thing also. You just click here. You rename it. Just now I put apple, carrot. What about I put another name? Papaya. Papaya. Okay, I already have the papaya. Maybe I change another name. What about if I put the names like what should I put names, right? Kiwi. Kiwi. Easy lah. Kiwi. Okay, the fruit's kiwi. I enter. So now I did already refer the column A1 until column D141 as kiwi, you know. So we come back here, okay, at the import range here, if you go here, see the word database here, instead of put database A1 .g, I change this behind name to kiwi. See what happened? Okay, you just rename it to kiwi. Right? You press enter. See, the things is come back to the original formula again, right? So what is the beauty things I want to show to you all? Let's say, for example, I change the word database here. Remember just now, I changed to database 2. I rename it to database 3. See what example? Okay, that's just 2, right? I put 3. So let's see whether an error or not. See, the thing still okay. Meaning that no matter whatever that you have been renamed in the original sheets, the import range sheets will not going to be error at all. That's the beauty. So tonight, the key points that we learned today is about the name range and the name import range here. Right. So do we have any more time or just finish it, Madam Sangeeta? Should I continue?
I thank you so much, Dr. Basha. We have learned already a whole lot, and we are very excited. It's really exciting to see, how just a small change, small trick, as you shared, could ease so much pressure on all of us, and the scare of all those formulas going away. So, audience is really loving it. If you
Yeah.
really would, since you have prepared so much, maybe one more tip would be definitely most welcome. So go
Okay.
ahead if you have one more
Okay.
important
All
tip
right.
to share.
Thank you so much. Okay, just a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to show you something that just now I talk about the name range. I want to talk about the name functions here. See the name functions here? Okay, we're going to do it together because you see the task 4 I finish here. So I'm going to put here another one is task 5. Rename here task 5. Okay, task 5. Okay, this is a new function that that Google Sheets had been introduced this year. So how they are supposed to know how to use the name function? This could be beautiful, So how you do it together? So you see, we go back to our first database here. Then remember just now we talk about this array formula. So I'm going to copy it first in the first sheet here as name database 1. I copy here. We go to task 5. Task 5 here. Okay, so I just gonna put in this column A here. I paste special here, value only, because I want this formula to appear so all of you can see. Okay, so this formula actually stated here, staff array formula sequence count A, B2, B1. So actually try to give the auto name, auto numbers here, you know. So I'm going to show to you how did I make this number automatically. All right, let's say for example that I have name here. So I just put, because we're short of time, we put a few name here. Let's say I put Madam Sangeeta, okay, Sanjita, Dr. Basha. Okay, then we put, what else we have here? Nathan, and then we put Gary here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how do I want to make it all this automatically? Okay, let's say if you copied it and then you remove this cursor, this, see the number here, put number here. Okay, so what is happening right now? Actually, if you read this formula, you want to calculate the numbers of participants or students attending the class here. So how do we want to make it error here? Why this error here? Okay, we're going to show you how to do it from 0. So you cannot just copy paste like that and then after that you insert another column, you know. That's why it's error here. So you have to remove everything inside this column. You delete this column first. Okay, so you put equal sign here and then you put curly bracket, because curly bracket indicates the array formula. You want it to be auto, right? So then you want to name it, let's say for example, instead of staff list, you want a student list. Student list, let's say for example, student list, and then put another apostrophe here, and then you put comma down there, then you put your array formula. And then what? You want to put a sequence. You put sequence. Remember last time we learned about sequence? When you number to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a sequence. So refer to column A2 to A6. Okay, put column A2 to A6. But you don't want to put 6. You just want to be infinity, right? So you just put a bracket here, close the bracket, comma 1, because you want to start from number 1. And then you put 2 bracket here, and then put a curly bracket. What is coming around now? All right, it's some mistake here. So let's say I put on. Okay. I know why. The column here first. Now let's remove it back here. The name should be here. So the list should be. So I come back here. See. So I get this formula. Copy this formula. Copy this formula. And come back to task 2 here. Sorry. Task 5. Okay, just give me a few minutes here. Then you paste it here. Okay. So, okay. I'm going to explain to here. You see, count A, B2, meaning they count from the name frame B2 until B5 here. So B here, I mean, you can go unlimited. Let's say, for example, I got another name here, name Wilson. Wilson. Okay. So you automatically, the name will be there also. So how do I use the main functions here? So I'm going to show you. So how do I put, let's say, for example, that you don't want to memorize this formula. So what you're going to do, you're going to use data, then name functions. Okay, when anything appear down there, you add a new function here. Okay, let's say here you want to put this auto underscore number GEG. I don't put GEG, auto GEG Delhi. GEG Delhi. Okay, so then once you copy the formula, you put it very down here. You paste here, right? Then press next. You create it. So the name function here, you can be imported, you know, if you have another sheets, as long as it's your account, then you can use it together here. Let's say, for example, you put name, let's say you have it, name here. Okay, let's say put another name here, name Guna, name Morton, name Selva. Okay, so you want it, same thing also happening here. So what you can do, you can equal, you put auto Delhi, press here. Okay, then you enter. You see, the same things happen again. But the thing is, when you put auto Delhi, you refer to this column actually. You see from here, Auto Delhi, actually Auto Delhi refer to this column. Let's say for example that you have another name here, name London. Okay, so number 7 here, but it's not refer to this number now. So actually, whatever that you do here is refer again to this number, but you can change it here. You can edit here and then change it to, you see the task file there, B2 instead of B2 B5 here, you can change it to um, uh, the name that refer to D2 to D7 here. Okay, you can define it again. All right, so let's say for example here you change to D2, okay, change it D2 to D. What happened? Next, update. So when you update the things, you see why you become error here, because whenever you copy paste, it will lose its formula. Maybe you some kind of people when you talk about task 5 here is it's not refer to this column again. So what you're going to do, let's say then I'm going to teach you that we're going to change this formula to another formula. Let's say for example we just remove this name just for a while. Okay, you put data here, put name function, just give another formula, data name functions. Let's say you want to use the same thing also, you can import, you import the same function here. So import it, and then you want going to put it over here. Sorry. So you're going to import it. Let's say, for example, here, you have the name here, copy here, you paste it over here again. Okay, then you refer to E2, E1, right? E2 to E. You enter here, then enter. You see, you have back number 1 to 3. Let's say, for example, you get another name here, Mr. Wilson. Okay, the same thing also. But the only thing is the formula is too long here. But what I'm going to tell you here, why that I managed to make this auto GEG Delhi here, the name function refer to all these name new formulas here. So in the near future, if you have another, you want to make another sheets, a new sheets, then you want to use the same function, you just type auto GEG Delhi again, as long that the account name is under your name. So it will refer to the same things also. Okay. I think because we have short of time, so I'll back the stage to Madam Sangeeta.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Bhasha. There's so much you have shared, and these idea of named ranges, I think, is very helpful because as a teacher, also, we repeat the task so many times. So if we are using, the same data for various purpose, I think instead of selecting and then using it for some other reason, just writing a carrot or an apple or a particular name is so much easier to recall than the entire set of ranges. And
Right.
this named function is something, I think it has come recently only in Google Sheets. And
Yeah.
it's every time you put a formula, there is a prompt coming in that do you want to name it any function. So I used to wonder and worry whether if I do it, whether I will be able to, make sense of it or not later. But yes, it's now making so much sense as to how useful this will be. And as Sanchita is saying that she is going to watch this video again. And
Yeah.
since you have shared that sheet, again for the participants right now and for the audience later, you can make a copy of the sheet that Dr. Bhasha had shared, and I have put it in the YouTube chat as well as Facebook, and make use of that sheet as your data and follow the instructions, redo. So that's what the YouTube recordings are for. Go slow at your own pace, follow these instructions, try out these tasks, and I'm sure you will be able to master these. So thank you so much. We've had a very useful learning session with you, and
Yeah.
our audience has also enjoyed and have learned definitely something new, something useful that they will be able to take back and try. And of course, that document is also open for the question. I'm glad Gaurav could put a question there, and you did have its demonstration ready as well, how to import range, because I think that is also an important function that teachers can also make use of in their classroom. in their day-to-day usage, because when we are analyzing the results, we need some information like that, from 2 to 3 sheets together. So this definitely is also an important tip from you. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Bhasha, coming all across from Malaysia with us. And I hope we will be able to get more chances like this, to sit with you and to learn, because we know, as GEG leaders, as we have seen your demo slams and your work, definitely there is so much more to learn from you. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us today, and we wish you the very best. May your innovator project also starts taking shape, and it will definitely help many others in education as well as in other fields. So thank you once again, and thank you to all our audience for joining us today. Before we conclude today's session, just an announcement that we have the GEG APAC Staying Connected program coming up in January, 14th and 15th of January. GG Delhi NCR is hosting sessions in mainly in Hindi, but yes, Hindi in English combined. The forms are open. Call for presenters is on all across. So please look out for the announcements on our social media and submit your proposals. We will also be having the same session in other languages. So please look out and keep an eye on these announcements coming on Twitter, on Facebook groups, and apply to be a presenter, so that we can learn from you as well. So thank you once again, Dr. Bhasha, and all our participants who had joined us today. Good night, good evening to everyone, and we will see you again soon.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Dr. Bhasha. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye-bye.